Today we're climbing up there, a Garn.
A Garn is the 10th highest peak in Wales, nestled firmly in the Eryri National Park, formerly known as Snowdonia. Situated at the end of the Ogwen Valley, a Garn can often be overlooked in favour of Tryfan and Glydyfawr, but this mountain has to be one of, if not the most spectacular and accessible of all the Welsh 3000s. With sheer cliffs and scree slopes, the route to the top is spectacular, with stunning views of the rest of the valley. The route starts at the visitors centre at the bottom of the valley. You can find the weather forecast, check your route, and even grab a coffee before heading up. The first section of the route is the path to Cymydwell. It's an extremely well maintained and accessible path which gives you a great warm up for the rest of the route, as well as giving you stunning views of where you're about to walk. You'll find that this is one of the busiest parts of the route, as so many people want to go round Cymydwell. But never fear, as this will only take you about 15 minutes and the views when you get to the lake are fantastic.
Today we're heading up to a Garn, which is that little bit in the sun. We're then going to go all the way round and drop down at the other end of Cymydwell. Come with us on a fantastic adventure.
You can tackle this circular walk from either direction, but today we're going around the northern part of the lake to take on the steepest and most enjoyable route.
So now that we've reached Cymydwell, we're now turning off to the right. Now we're heading up there, which is going to start going quite steeply upwards. We're going to go up there for, I don't know, probably about an hour. It's going to take us to get to the top from there.
Unlike some of the other routes in the Ogwen Valley, the path up a Garn is very clear and easy to follow.
What an absolutely stunning view.
The path continues steeply upwards, and the steps along the way make it even easier to take in that view. Although there are a couple of places where you might need to use your hands, it's generally pretty easy going. After a little while you come to a bowl containing a lake. Here the terrain changes quite drastically, from steep stony steps to more of a scree path going up the ridgeline.
So we're slowly getting up there. The sun is just going down over the other side of a Garn. So we are almost at the top now, walking along this gorgeous ridge. This is without a doubt one of my favourite parts of the whole walk. You can see over towards Anglesey and Puffin Island that direction, and then a gorgeous view of Tryfan in the background. So we're on the final bit of ascent now, before we then come along this ridge, probably about another 10 minutes or so, we'll be there. But now we're going to go up this scree slope, which is very, very steep. Here we are on the final bit of ridgeline. As you can see, there's a pretty massive drop down to my left, which is why on the top, or on the ridge, you have these great big piles of stone. They're cairns to mark out the way, just in case the clouds come in, as it looks like they might be when we get to the top. So let's push on, only like another 50 meters now. And just like that, we're at the top of a Garn. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you found something useful if you're planning a trip up a Garn. Now we're at the top, we're now going to just run back down this very clear marked trail, down to Devil's Kitchen, down to Cymydwell, and then back to the car. Gosh, look how much rain we've had over the last few days. Doesn't seem to have stopped raining this winter rather. Over the stile, and then we're aiming to go down this path and then around the lake and then back to where we've parked just down there. The really nice thing about this route is that you can do it either direction. It doesn't really matter. It depends whether or not you want to do a bit of a scramble up the Devil's Kitchen, or whether you like that sort of long slog up the side of a Garn. It is definitely a scramble to get down. We are now out of Devil's Kitchen and we're just walking along this sort of flatter bit. We're still quite a way above Cymidwell, but we're now onto one of the circular routes which actually goes round the lake. So it's a lot more trodden, a lot easier going, and we've only got about 1.5 kilometres, maybe 1,500 metres to get down. But in that 1.5 kilometres, we have to drop a good couple of 100 metres. So it's still going to be a little way to go. I think so far we've done about 6.5 kilometres walking, and I think it's probably taken us about 2.5 hours so far. So it would be nice to get down in about 3 hours to do the full circuit. We came up from the bottom, went around the edge of the lake, then started going up that path there, up there, into the clouds, and then reached the top, then came all the way around, then came down Devil's Kitchen, then across, and here we are. Considering how cloudy it was at the top, this evening has just turned absolutely spectacular to one of my favourite walks in whole of Snowdonia, and it's just fantastic on days like today. Not many people around, it's nice and quiet, it's just gorgeous.